Hey people, Aaron here. On my most recent video, titled Soaring, I used a couple of techniques that you probably wouldn't have known about just from watching the video. One of these techniques is called masking. Spoilers for the video Soaring. If you haven't seen it already, I highly recommend you see it and come back to hear the behind the scenes. Link for the video is in the description. Masking is a technique used to make objects or characters fly in the air in animation. Basically, how masking works is to first take a photo without the object or character that you want flying in there, then taking a photo with the flying character and object and their stand holding it up. Since you don't want to see this stand in the actual video, it needs to be erased. Once that's done, the frame without the character in the stand is erased. And there you go, you have a frame where the character is flying. Although the erase tool in the Stop Motion Studio app is very convenient, masking is still very tedious and time consuming, so I hope you understand why the video is so short. There are other ways to do masking, like on a computer where you outline the silhouette of an object. If you want a more in-depth tutorial on how to do masking for stop motion, link for the video is in the description. The other technique I used was moving the trees in the background in the sky instead of doing something like moving the camera to simulate flight. I used these colorful translucent Lego pieces as markers for where to put the trees on each shot. I made sure to move the trees one marker at a time from left to right in the same sort of sequence. Even if I messed up on the order a few times, it would be very hard to tell because the trees were moving so fast. The other important thing is that the marker pieces were outside of the frame, so you couldn't see them. I made sure to move the sky in the background just to really sell the idea of going very fast. Before I settled on how far I wanted each tree to be spaced out for each frame, I initially had each tree only move one stud every time I took a picture. This made it seem like the battle droid was flying very slow. Luckily, I later spaced it out that the trees would move 5 studs every frame, and then the result was a lot faster. I was also very intentional to have the battle droid fly low to the ground in order to show speed. If, for example, he was flying way up in the sky where there was no reference of the ground, you'd have less of an idea of how fast he was going. The only things you would see to reference how fast they were going that an object that was standing still would be something like a cloud. The last thing I want to say about them is I made sure to build different types of trees, like this brick-built one from a Lego set I had with a house, to this palm tree that I made myself, in order to have a variety of ecosystem diversity, if you will. I know I've been talking about trees a lot, but they're important, even though these ones are made of plastic. My inspiration for making this video came from really messing around and seeing this tan 2x10 plate fit perfectly on the back of a battle droid. It made it look like it was a wing that was built on purpose. I think it's something that's really important for filmmakers to remember, is to just have fun and, not take things too seriously. It's something that people forget, including me. I made Soaring as a way of testing to see if I could do masking, but I also made sure to have a little bit of story in there. I don't really like when I see people doing tests and it's just like a blank background. I understand why, but I really like to incorporate story even when I'm doing a test. The story of Soaring is very simple itself, that the droid flies, it crashes into a billboard, and it falls down. But it's still something. I really wanted to make sure that whenever I do a test, I have at least some bit of a story in there. Also, if you look in the details of the video, you can see that it's posted on June 1st, 2021. I was really hoping to have it out May 31st so I could have a video that I put out in May, but I was a minute late, and that whole month I was just super busy with school and life and everything. But luckily, now that it's summer, I can have more time to work on videos. The title as well has a dual meaning. Soaring meaning flying high in the air, as well as feeling pain after crashing into a billboard. The last thing I want to talk about in this video is the sounds. I made sure to use the Team Fortress 2 frying pan sound because it really sold the impact of a super fast flying battle droid into the metal of a billboard. And also, I just think it sounds hilarious. I also made sure to use the song Gusty Garden Galaxy from Super Mario Galaxy because it just has such a sense of wonder and adventure in that song, like flying. As a kid, I played Super Mario Galaxy 2 on the Wii, and when I had the idea for this video, I had that song in my head before I even remembered what the name of it was. I had to look it up to actually find it, and eventually I did. Although learning masking was time-consuming, even for something as time-consuming as animation, I really enjoyed the end result of the video. Hopefully you did too, and maybe even learned a thing or two while watching this behind-the-scenes video. Please let me know if you want to see another behind-the-scenes video, because I just might make one in the future. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, share, and stay tuned for more. See you later, guys.